Hello, hello. I'm trying a slightly different angle here, or not angle, angle, and as well as, what do you call it? I'm doing landscape instead of portrait view for all my YouTube people. I think that works out better. Anywho, Miles here, obviously, and it is Monday today. Monday is always a good day. It's Motivation Monday, hashtag Motivation Monday. And I've tried a slightly different format with my productivity this week. I've written down 6 things I'm going to achieve for the week, which are kind of my non-negotiables. I've written that on one page, and then I'm going to act towards those. And everything else that happens, cool, and other stuff will come up, I'm sure, but those are my non-negotiables. Because what's happened is I've been doing something different every day where I'll start my page, my diary, put my date in, list all the things I'm going to do for the day, and then I flip down to the next page for the next day. Now the problem is the conversion of one day to the next is if I don't finish something on one day, I'm not always writing it down or getting to it the next day, and then it's a little bit too much of a putting out fires situation. And by that I mean it's a little bit of a whatever needs to be done in the moment, rather than proactively looking at the week ahead and going, okay, this is the major things I want to achieve this week. So I've written down the 6 things this week, which are, I'll see if I can remember them all now. One was I want to test my video that I did for my the moment I left my job and quit it and walked away. Oh, of course that happened. The moment I walked away from my job, and that one I think could get some virality to it because it's such an emotional, real video, and I'm going to do an ad for it, but essentially it's just an ad just to boost that post in Facebook, which essentially means I'm not trying to get anything out of it, literally, other than just showing the vulnerability of me in that space. And so I'll be interested to see how that goes, because I've been thinking about that for a while, and I think I just need to focus on keep putting myself out there more and more. And also to get my podcast session number 2 up and running. It's all done, and again, I just need to get it out there. I put out the last one last Friday or Saturday, I can't remember which now. And so that got some really good feedback. I think it worked out well because they're real people who have their own audience of people that they talk to. So I'm Facebook friends with them so far, and I tagged them in the post, and then they share that post on their timeline or on their page. Not gonna do it. They share it on their page as well. Sorry, just trying to navigate the traffic and talk at the same time. Being a male, I'm not typically good at doing 2 things at once. Anyways, and so they shared on their page as well, and that worked out well because, especially because it's such a personal thing that they're talking about on the podcast. It's a dad who's talking about his journey through health and just in life in general. And where in life do you have anyone who does that and sits down with you and interviews you about your life and how you got there? So it's good, because what happened this time was he said, this was my journey, this is my story. And so of course he wanted to share that, and all these people, were liking it and commenting, saying, amazing, and, well done to you, and you're such an amazing person, etc. Which obviously just boosts the reach of the post. The more comments, the more likes, the more engagement you get on those. So that was really a good, handy thing to have happen, which I thought, I did that on purpose, obviously, thinking that would happen, and it has. And so I will do that again this time around. But it was good to see. It was very edifying. Is that the big word I should be using here? To see that when I do, put it out there, that good stuff comes out of it. And I already had someone comment on it saying, 2 people comment saying it was the first podcast that they've ever listened to in their life was that session. I was like, holy hell, who hasn't listened to a podcast before? Fuck, I've listened to hundreds. I don't know, maybe even 1,000. I don't know, definitely hundreds, easy. But everyone's in their own space in the world. I'm sure they do stuff that I've never heard of that's big that other people do. So anyways, but it was good to have that happen. And one of the comments was, I said, I almost cried or I shed a bit of a tear or whatever listening to your story. And the cool thing is, it's not about me, it's about the person I'm interviewing. And it's like, that was a bit of a, I don't know if it's a light bulb moment you want to call it or something, but it's like, yeah, let's just get more of these, like, fuck what I'm trying to promote and all kind of thing, which is really just promoting health for dads, which is noble in itself, I think. But getting away from that a bit and just focus on the message. That's what I'm trying to promote. And just getting into people's stories, dads' stories, and listening to them, asking questions, just doing the stuff an interviewer would. I think there's going to be a lot of value in just doing more of those. And that'll take a lot of pressure off me having to think about how to promote it in order for selfish needs to get more out of it, more reach, more engagement, and et cetera, et cetera. Like literally, if I just say, I'm just going to reach as many people as I can, and I'll do this thing where I tag them in the post, and then they'll share it to their timeline, and they'll get some result out of that as well, and it'll just boost that. And it's a fantastic start. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than what I've done so far. It's that part is free. So that's been really handy this week to have that. So coming back to my bullet points of the things I want to do this week. So getting that podcast number 2 session going for the next guy that I've got already. I've done all the posts. I've done all the I've done all the editing of the podcast, and all I literally need to do again is just get the 30-second snippet that's going to be the promotional piece of that out there, which I've got someone working on that, and then literally just taking a half hour to sit there, craft a nice little post and get it out there. So that's that one. Picking up some more personal training clients this week. I've got quite a few, I think, that will convert with me. If I'm going over to railroad tracks again, see if I lose you. Oh, it's stuck. Yes. I'm literally, talk about bootstrapping. I'm literally using Blue Tack and some kind of just jamming it into my little dashboard thing here that is keeping the phone from falling over. So that is the main stuff. Now, I think there's only 3 or 4 things for the week. But anyways, you get the point. Those are my things for the week to focus on, and I'm just going to draw back to those for the week. And I've got a hell of a busy week personal training-wise, which is really good. So again, it'll be like it was last week I talked about last time, where it's like, where the hell do I find the time to put this in? And I need to focus on the priorities, which is bringing on more personal training clients. That doesn't go away. Just because I've reorganized the chairs in the Titanic doesn't mean it's not still going to sink, as the quote goes. So look, that's the major thing for today. And the other thing I'm noticing as well, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon now. I keep creeping. I gotta love slow drivers, right? Get out of my way! Not really. It's okay. Probably some old person. No offense to old people. Maybe a little offense. I mean, if you're that old and you still can't work out how to drive, like, I get you want your independence, but dude, it's coming at the expense of everyone else. You're a risk of everyone else around you because you need your independence. Get an Uber. I'm sure that'll go over really well. Anyways, what I've noticed is my time is creeping up. So it's 1:30 now. My plan was, when I first started 6 weeks ago, personal training, that I was going to stop at 12, head home, have a few hours with the fam, and then head back again at 4:30. So about 4 hours with the fam. Now I've noticed it's every day or every week, it's just getting slightly later and later, which means then now it's 1:30 and I'm still not home yet. So I don't know what to do about that yet, because I'm still getting, once I get home, I still have probably a good 3 hours with my wife and my boy, and then I'll be able to pick up my daughter from school. That doesn't change. It's just a little bit less time involved there. So I've just noticed that's kind of creeping. It's a creep effect, and it's not like I'm sitting around doing nothing. I am actively working on my business the whole time I'm out, and my business level isn't where it needs to be as the minimum to hit break even financially for me. So I don't know, it kind of has to just keep pushing this way. But I am very conscious that that is happening at the moment. Anyways, I think that's about it for now. Hope you guys are going well. I'm really curious to see when this actually, anyone ever watches this, because literally I'm just documenting this right now as part of my own journey. And I have no expectations of anyone watching this, so like, I don't even know what platform this will be on. I mean, I know it's gonna be on YouTube, but am I putting it on Facebook? I'm putting this on Instagram. Instagram's probably not the right place for long form videos. YouTube is probably the right place, maybe Facebook. But God, who knows? Anyways, I'll sign off for now, guys, and I hope you are well. Bye for now.